Agnes, could you please call the roll?
Brooks,
Here.
Crumpets,
Here.
Piniac Costello, here, Dobus,
Here.
Balakir.
Here. Okay, and there are 5 present. It does not look like anybody other than the city and one of the department heads is on Zoom. Is there anybody else on Zoom that we need to be made aware of? Okay, other than Mary Beth Piniac Costello, who's behind us, a member of the committee, we have Agnes, our administrative assistant, and council president Frank Laflamme, as well as we're represented by our attorney this evening. In compliance with open meeting laws, the city of Chicopee is recording this meeting. If anybody else in the audience or on Zoom is audio or videotaping this meeting, if you are, please state your name and the organization and reason why. Doesn't look like it. Looks like no one is on Zoom, and these are probably potential applicants for this evening. So we'll go right to item number 1, which is application for a hawkers and peddler license to sell ice cream at various locations. Applicant Mr. Alzubi, 33 Center Street, Apartment A, Windsor Locks, Connecticut 06096. Is Mr. Alzubi here this evening? Okay, doesn't appear that he's here. Motion to
Postpone to the
call
end of
the
meeting.
or another meeting or call the chair?
I'm sorry, to the end of this meeting.
Yeah.
In case. they
Motion
come
made and second to postpone to the end of this meeting. Please, Agnes, call the roll.
Brooks,
Yes.
Crumpets,
Yes,
Piniac Costello, Dobus.
Yes.
Balakir.
Yes. Okay, and the motion passes. Item number 2, be it ordered that Royal Coach Sales LLC 576 East Street be called for the City of Chicopee License Committee and the City Council to discuss the licenses currently held by Royal Coach Sales LLC, including compliance with restrictions imposed upon any licenses held by Royal Coach Sales LLC. The council may modify, suspend, fine, or revoke any license held by Royal Coach LLC. Change of address on license from 567 East Street to 574 East Street after review by the engineering department. It's my understanding that this business has since located to a location outside of Chicopee, so I entertain a motion to.
is there anyone here for it?
Is there anybody here for Royal Coach? I'm sorry. Thank you, Fred. Doesn't appear so. I would entertain a motion to revoke the license at this time.
We need to do the public input, state the public input. They ever send you a withdrawal?
No, and I checked with the clerk's office, they did not.
We'll do the public input just to cover it. Is anyone here for public input? Anyone here for public input on this item?
Seeing none.
Anyone on Zoom for public input on this item? Anyone on Zoom for public input on this item? Motion to close public input.
Motion made and second to close public input. Agnes, please call the roll.
Brooks,
Here, yeah, yes. I was here.
Crumpets,
Yes,
Piniac Costello. Yes. Dobus.
Yes.
Balakir.
Yes. And the motion passes. And I'll entertain a motion to.
motion to revoke the license for Royal Coach. They are no longer in business at that location. I even went and looked in the window of the office, and the office furniture's gone. They moved to Ludlow. I think our office has reached out to him a couple of times, and he said he's moving to Ludlow. So I think, we're just we've requested, I think, at least this will be the 3rd time at least that he come in. And so we'll just revoke it. It's kind of a moot point, but motion to revoke the license.
Okay, motion made and second to revoke the license. Any additional comments?
All right, seems kind of strong. It's
Attorney, do you have any recommendation? I mean, you started to come up, then you kind of faded back.
I'm trying to determine the facts behind the issue, Mr. Chairman.
He doesn't.
So this is not a new license application?
No, it's not. It's a renewal. He had been operating in the city for many years, relocated to East Main Street. We had some issues historically over the last 3 to 4 years. He's now vacated that location and is operating his business outside of the confines of the city of Chicopee. So I think that while we could table this, it becomes a moot point come January 1st because the license will automatically not be renewed effective January 1st.
So I agree with you. You could either do that or you could just deny the application.
Get
It's
it
up to you.
off of our agenda. So
Right, because the initial issue was there's another business next door. They were both saying 576, and engineering determined that the address for Royal Coach when they were there should really be 574. And that's what this item was originally for, was to change their address from 576 to 574. But in the meantime, the applicant moved. We've reached out, Agnes has reached out to him multiple times, and he said, well, I'm moving. And so we did ask him to turn in his license and he didn't respond. So, I mean, I've been by there and looked in the door and there's no desk or anything left there. So I would say he's not doing business there anymore, so that we should just revoke the license. And
Well, this isn't a revocation hearing. This is a,
Well,
right, but
we do include language in the order that says we have the capacity to suspend, fine, or revoke any license held by Royal Coach LLC. And that's how we've operated historically.
I understand respectfully, the item on the agenda was to discuss the license. It wasn't to revoke it. That's all. You
It
can
says-
place it on file.
Well,
You can deny it. You can, I can't deny
I
it.
respectfully disagree, because as the item number 2 was posted to the public, it clearly states the council may modify, suspend, fine, or revoke any license held by Royal Coach LLC. So then
Okay,
if I apply the rebuttal that you had just stated, then why bother even including the language? And that's been historically the language we've had in all licenses. Anytime we've called a license holder, and Counselor Dobas can attest to this, he's had a business on the corner of the shop there.
Oh, Fuller Road.
Fuller Road.
Yeah.
We've always included the language to potentially revoke, because the gentleman on Fuller Road decided to not abide by the number of cars in the lot, and we've had some historic challenges with him. So I think this language has been in existence for as long as I've been on the council, probably the better part of 16 years.
okay.
Okay.
Take
So,
Whatever action you think is appropriate.
all right, great. The motion has been made to revoke the license, so we'll call a roll.
Brooks,
Yes.
Crumpets,
yes,
Piniac Costello. Yes. Dobus.
Yes.
Balakir.
Yes. And the motion passes. Item number 3, an application for a junk dealer's license for something old, something new, 1410 Memorial Drive, for the purpose of selling vintage articles / new crafts and operating a consignment shop. Applicant Donna Dwight, 5 Applewood Lane, South Hadley, Mass. 01075. Is there anybody here for public input on item number 3? Anybody here for representing the applicant for item number 3? It's my understanding that they communicated with our office to do a leave to withdraw.
It's in the file.
Okay.
It's the third file.
Oh, you did independent ones. Wow. This is the correspondence from Donna Dwight. She wrote this on the notification we provided to the applicant dated September 19th, 2023. To whom it may concern, I no longer wish to obtain a license, Donna Dwight. So I will entertain a
I
motion.
think we have, I think you gotta ask if there's anyone on Zoom for public input.
I did that right away.
Then I think we need a motion to close public input.
All right, I'll entertain a motion to close public input.
Motion to close public input. Public input.
Motion made and second to close public input. Please call the roll.
Brooks,
Yes.
Crumpets,
Yes.
Piniac Costello. Yes. Dobus.
Yes.
Balakir.
Yes. 5 yes, and the motion passes. So now I'll entertain a motion to grant the leave to withdraw.
Make the motion to withdraw the request.
Motion made and seconded to withdraw the request of the petitioner. Any comments?
Mr. Chair, I believe the motion would be the motion to allow the withdrawal.
Motion to allow the withdrawal.
Okay, motion made and seconded to allow the withdrawal of item number 3. Are there any comments from anyone in the audience? Any members of the council? Seeing none, call the roll.
Brooks,
Yes.
Crumpets,
Yes.
Piniac Costello.
Yes.
Dobus.
Yes.
Balakir.
Yes. 5 yes, and the motion passes. Item number 4, application for a junk dealer's license for the purpose of George Hanoush Jewelers of Mass to buy and sell used jewelry located at 704 Memorial Drive. Applicant is Mr. Hanoush, 33 Hanoush Drive, West Springfield, Mass. 01089. Mr. Hanoush, why don't you come on up? Is there anybody on Zoom or in the audience for public input? Anyone on Zoom or in the audience for public input? Okay. Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion to close public input on item.
Motion
number four.
to close public input, please.
Motion made and second to close public input on item number 4. Please call the roll.
Brooks.
Yes.
Crumpets,
Yes.
Piniac Costello, Dobus.
Yes.
Valakir.
Yes. 5 yes and the motion passes. So this, Mr. Hanush, this is for a junk dealer's license for the purpose of buying and selling used jewelry. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what you guys are looking to do at the site?
Yeah, we buy gold, used gold, old gold, jewelry, diamonds, old,
Mhm.
things that are passed on from family members and whatnot. So, yeah.
Okay, are there any questions from any of the members of the committee? Counselor Balakir.
No, thank you. I know your business is fairly new, at this location.
Correct.
How has it been so far? Has it
Been good.
It's been
Yeah.
good?
Good
Okay.
turnout so
Okay.
far. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Thank you. Thanks, Mr. Chairman.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Any other members here present, not on Zoom? President Laflamme.
Yes, so you're buying used gold and all that from people?
Correct. Yeah. A lot of people have old gold that they don't use anymore, broken jewelry,
Right.
that type of stuff.
You know-
That's most of it. Sometimes people will come in with, like old, stones and gems and whatnot, but most of it's, old gold and stuff.
Okay, the only thing I question, Mr. Chairman, is if you remember, well, we have a system where they have to go to the police department, they have to record every piece that comes in in case it's
Correct.
stolen.
Correct.
Do you
We
do
keep
that?
records of everything. We take people's IDs, driver's license.
Okay, so you're
all that.
following that system
Yeah, yeah,
and,
of course.
well, you do that for news, but you'll do it for this system too.
Correct.
So
if
we'll make that
police-
part of the requirement that you follow the same system because this is under a different title. That's why I'm bringing it up.
Yeah, it's standard practice in all of our other stores that we do. that,
Right.
So we would follow those same procedures.
Because this is a hawker and pedals or is this just a,
This is a junk dealer's license.
I know it sounds funny, but because.
No,
it's-
no, no, I'm laughing because I messed up. I didn't have anybody sign anything.
Oh, okay.
Few
So I
words.
think that should be, make sure that's one of the
Yeah,
conditions.
I'm gonna put that as a condition. President Flynn, what is it called?
Um,
Maintain the book of compliance?
To follow the same process as they do now through the police department, the requirements through the police department, check with them.
Okay.
I would make that part of it.
Sure.
Because that's one of the biggest things people do, is when they rob something or steal
Oh,
something.
we're very aware.
Yeah,
A
okay.
lot of the time we
So
can tell,
That's right.
who's, yeah,
But under the junk dealers,
Yeah.
it's a little different. People sell
right,
TVs and that kind. This is jewelry, so it has to be put under the same system.
absolutely.
Thank you.
So I just paraphrase a little bit. I said, follow the same process of obtaining IDs and the maintenance of a police approved log. Okay. Any other comments from any other members of the council? No, seeing none, please call.
Motion, oh, I'm sorry.
To approve with restrictions.
Did you already make the motion? To approve? I
Right.
did.
We need a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Okay.
With restrictions.
Motion made and second
With
to approve
restrictions
with
as noted.
restrictions.
Excuse
And-
me, before you do that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but you do have to put hours because it's a different
was
license
just
under
thinking
junk
the same thing.
dealership.
Are you
Needs
gonna
to have
operate the same
license
hours?
with numbers.
But yeah, it's gonna be during our regular business hours.
All right, which
Whatever that
are-
is.
10 to 6, Monday through Wednesday and Saturday. And then 10 to 7 on Thursday and Friday. Closed on Sunday.
Thursday.
Holiday hours could differ as well.
Okay, and then, yeah, as long as you're not exceeding the hours, you could open for a small portion of that
Yeah.
window. And then, I'm sorry, what was your Saturday hours again?
10 to 6.
Thank you. All right, so we'll just review the restrictions. You're gonna follow the same process of obtaining IDs and the maintenance of the police approved log, and then your hours of operation will be the same as what your current license allows for, 10 to 6 Monday through Wednesday, 10 to 7 Thursday to Friday, and then again, 10 to 6 on Saturday, so.
So motion to approve with restrictions?
Yes, motion to approve with the 2 restrictions. Agnes, please call the roll.
Brooks,
Yes.
Crumpets,
Yes.
Piniac Costello.
Yes.
Dobus.
Yes.
Valakir.
Yes.
And the motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good
All
luck.
set?
Yep.
All right, thank you.
Eric, we missed the first 2. All right, we're gonna go to item number 5, application for an auto body license for Johordy Auto Body, 922 Front Street. Applicant is Mr. Husani. If I pronounced that incorrectly, I apologize. 507B Union Street, West Springfield, Mass. 01089. Gentlemen, why don't you guys come on up? Is there anybody here in the audience for public input with respect to item number 5? Anybody on Zoom for public input for item number 5? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to close public input.
Motion made at second to close public input. Please call the roll.
Brooks,
Yes.
Crumpets,
Yes.
Piniac Costello,
yes,
Dobus.
Yes.
Valakir.
Yes.
Okay, 5 yes, and the motion passes. Okay, gentlemen, you're looking to obtain an auto body license for your auto body shop located at 922 Front Street. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, sir. It's my father who's starting it. It's Hussein. He's been doing this auto body for a while, like all his life. Wants to start something of his own. And garage with prep and all. And he just wants to work for himself, so start something. Just stay busy. You know.
Okay. And I'm looking at the reports that the various departments did. Have you straightened out the issue
Sorry
with
about
the
that.
paint booth that potentially would be located in the back of the building with
No.
respect to ventilation and being in compliance with the building department regulations? Okay, you have a certificate?
The paint booth was removed.
Oh, it was, all right, because,
There's no painting in that shop.
Okay.
It's just body work and prep.
okay, yeah, just the information we have, or I have in front of me, said referred to the building department, the possibility of a paint booth in the rear left corner of the building.
In future, maybe, but
Okay.
we're not planning on.
Okay, yeah, because you'll have to get special certifications and provide additional ventilation within the back of the building to remain in compliance not only with the code of the city, but the mass general laws.
Of course.
Okay. What are your potential hours of operation?
It's 9 to 6,
Okay, what days?
Monday. Shambin. Shambin. Monday to Saturday. So,
So 9 to 6 all the way?
9 to 6.
Okay, just know that you can't be there before or after, even if you're just doing paperwork.
Oh, okay.
Your hours are very much set in stone, 9 to
Właśnie
6.
jak zastanawiam, załamem bildiğim zaklamam böyle. Az not aşağı bir şey.
So if you wanted to go on, say, a Sunday, you wanted to set aside 10 to 12, you could do that. You couldn't perform any auto body work, but if you told us, you might need to go in on Sunday, do clerical work, like catch them on paperwork. Now would be the time to do that, only because if you're in the location, somebody drives by and sees it and it looks like you're operating.
Yeah, that's what he was about to say.
Okay,
If Sunday works too for a couple hours, like 4 hours in time of the day.
okay, but just for clerical work,
Yeah,
not,
fair.
okay, because I'm gonna put that on the license. It's just for catching up on clerical work,
Fair,
so,
yeah.
okay, so you have to pick the time.
Și akşam yemeği cezam diye bana ama uğraştım da hocam çanta çanta falan. But 10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
10 to 1, okay. 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. There it comes. And as a matter of practice, our conditions are always good housekeeping, no outside storage, no junk cars, no repairs to occur outside. License holder, you need to have a certificate of occupancy and a copy of the lease needs to be provided to the clerk's office.
He have his lease today, but we have a lease.
Okay, they won't release the license before he provides the lease, so
Okay.
doesn't matter, you don't have it today. You go try to pick up your license with the clerk's office.
Okay.
You have to provide them a lease. We'll actually put that as a condition.
Okay.
Now, total number of vehicles that you plan to have inside the building?
Zaten bildiğim kendine motorum. Maybe 6 inside.
Okay, how many outside?
13.
13 total or 13 in it? So
We're-
7 and 6?
We're allowed 13 outside.
Okay, and that includes a handicap spot?
And that's what I'm believing.
So So then you would have 12 outside, because you have to preserve the handicap
12
space.
outside, yeah.
Okay,
So it's one.
and then how many customer and employee parking spots? So if you have access to 13 spots.
Yeah.
You should at least have, there's gonna be, how many, is your dad the only one gonna work there?
He's the only one there.
Okay, so there's one employee parking spot. How many customers do you anticipate coming to either pick up their vehicles?
He has 3 lots for customers, I just put one for his own.
Okay, so the 3 and the 1 are coming off the 13, so then you would have 9 outside storage in addition.
Handicap.
And yeah, so you'll have 6 inside and 9 outside, which that's a total of 15 vehicles, but included in the outside and parking is the 1 employee and 3 customers. So there's your 13 outside. Okay, so just so you know, though, it's very much static. The 9 outside are your customers, of an employee parking lot for your father, and then you have 3 customer parking spots.
Is
Councilor
there,
Cravens.
can you read the committee report? Is there a plot plan?
Paper on the plan. Paint booth.
Mr. Chairman, is this the property across the street from Dunkin' Donuts?
I would assume it's one of them. I was gonna defer to Counselor Balakir because he's historically had to deal with that parcel many a time.
Okay, I'm just curious.
This is next to the Spruce Salon, I believe. On Front Street.
So,
What's your question?
so Mr. Chairman, on that particular piece of property, we require under remember when Mr. Zaski was here, each property has each tenant, because there's many tenants in that property, has just so many locations with your rental. So we need to know that, have that that on a file here, and that's what the maximum you can get. So in other words, there's 5 properties there, and each, they tell you where you can park, correct? They tell you where you can.
Yeah,
your
our-
Yeah, and this.
It's in there?
If I may,
Yep.
The building department and the planning department have agreed. The applicant is requesting an auto body license. Property is owned business A with the existing uses as auto body work services. Auto body work services are permitted in the zone under chapter 275-58B21 for motor vehicle repair services. According to 275-40 N2R, motor vehicle repair services require 2 spaces per repair stall. Submitted plan notes 1 service bay and shows 13 total parking spaces. So long as the police, fire, and building department have no issues with the current operations at the property, planning recommends approval.
That's correct. So that's the point I'm trying to make, is because that property has just so many
Mhm.
parking spaces, because what was happening before, they were putting them in between the aisles and they were putting them on Front Street. So the plot plan needs to, if we could have the owner, they can get the owner's Shane, and they could just circle it and we could just put that in the file. That's all we need. They don't need to go out and do one.
Our parking is, we have numbers and ours are already cleared
Yeah,
out
but
in the back.
we still need for the city record, there's probably a plot plan that he's used for other members of that section of the elongated building where it delineates. Oh, you got it?
Five. Oh,
Oh, this is inside. Six and 13. Actually, there's only 5 spots in the plot plan inside. It looks like whoever drew this up only indicated there was enough room for 5 spots.
So. It's,
is this inside or is this outside? Cause I think this the building, George?
Okay.
So we have 3 right in front of the door as you get out on the side.
Yeah, I guess it whoever drew up this plot plan, it looks like they've only allotted 5 spaces on the outside because they grade that area off. So we're trying to figure out whether or not this 5 was meant to be inclusive of the cars. Oh, okay, I back up. So there's more parking. There's 8 over here. So 5, there's the 13 exterior.
Okay.
That makes sense. My apologies. Don't, we're good. Okay.
Probably want to, so we don't
Yeah,
go through that again.
I didn't even notice. Well, that would be why they color coded it in gray, because
Yeah.
that would should draw our attention to it, yeah. But
Yeah.
of course, put us in charge of anything. Okay,
Oops.
oops. Well, we corrected it. Thank you. Counselor Graham. All right, so we have the restrictions. We're gonna add in, the applicant must produce a valid lease at time of obtaining license. Right. We have the standard, Council Balakir, this is your award. Are there any other concerns or restrictions you'd like to see added into this?
No, thank you, Mr. Chairman. No, I don't think so. I mean, as long as, again, the fine points that you just referenced, that the parking is adhered to, we have a lease that's a proper lease, and they're cognizant and mindful of the parking situation there, and they adhere to the hours. I think outside of that, Mr. Chairman, I think I'm okay with what you have for restrictions. Thank
Okay.
you.
Mr. Chairman, could you just add to the one, I'm sorry, because that's property I know well
Yep.
over the years. There's no outside work is one of them, but no music, loud music coming, because what they did, you're correct, we got complaints from the banks all the time. No loud music from the applicant and their customers. Because they would come up and they'd work outside with rapping music. It was bad. So we do it for every one of these properties.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
Thank you.
President, what was the second one? I'm sorry, no working on cars in the exterior, in the parking lot, correct?
Right. No exterior work and no, the music for it.
Yeah, I have that one. I just.
Okay.
The second one.
But I want to make sure it says customers too. You're responsible to tell them
No
to
loud
turn it
music from applicant or customers.
outside. Correct.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you.
All right, let me just read all the restrictions just for the record. The hours of operation will be Monday through Saturday, 9 AM to 6 PM. Sunday, 10 AM to 1 if needed, only for clerical work. The conditions on the license are good housekeeping, no outside storage, no junk cars, no outside repairs. License holder must secure a CO prior to exercising the rights granted under this license. The total number of vehicles will be 6 inside, 9 cars to be repaired outside, 1 employee and 13 customers, and those 15 spots are delineated on the plot plan provided this evening. The applicant will provide a valid lease upon obtaining the license. There'll be no outside work that will occur, and the applicant is reminded to tell all customers and themselves included, no loud music from the applicant or any customers. And those were all of the restrictions. Are there any other additional concerns for this license? Seeing none, I'll take
Motion to approve with restrictions?
motion made and second to approve with restrictions. Sorry. Yeah, please call the roll.
Brooks,
Yes.
Crumpets,
Yes.
Piniac Costello, Dobus.
Yes.
Valakir.
Yes,
And 5 in favor, none opposed, and the motion passes. Good luck, gentlemen.
Thanks so much. Thank you so much.
Good luck.
You're all set. Yes, thank you very much. Yeah,
Is it 20 days for license? I think next Friday they can go down and.
all right, we have item number 6, an application for a junk dealer's license located at 924 Chicopee Street. Applicant is Evelise Gonzalez, 45 Whitman Street, Chicopee, Mass. 01013. Come on down.
Pretty good. You're gonna wait in?
Good evening. Is there anybody on Zoom for public input? Is there anybody in the audience for public input? Seeing none,
Motion to close public input.
motion made second to close public input. Agnes, please call the roll.
Brooks,
Yes.
Crumpets,
Yes.
Piniac Costello.
Yes.
Dobus.
Yes.
Valakir.
Yes.
And the motion passes. Okay, so you are looking to locate a business in 924 Chicopee Street and you're looking to obtain a junk dealer's license.
Yes,
What are your plans for the location?
I've been a member of the community for about 4 years.
Can you just, I'm sorry, speak on the microphone? a little bit?
I've been a member of this community for 4 years. I reside in Chicopee and in the Willimantic area, not too far from the location. I'm a disabled American veteran and I would like to contribute to this community as well. So I have for many years, 12 plus years, been also a missionary in the Dominican Republic, for which I acquire a lot of donations. I end up having to redonate what I get because I either cannot send them to the Dominican Republic because they are not adequate for the weather over there. A lot of heavy clothing, all items that are too big to be bags for donations. So I end up having to redonate them to either the Goodwill or the Salvation Army or anybody else that can use them because I do not want to waste what has been donated to me. Our economy is not the best. We know that after COVID. So I am looking to kind of supplement the income of what used to be cash donations for the missions, into a nonprofit thrift shop, thrift store in the community. It's not going to be to start with something large. So I have secured a storefront right on Chicopee Street, near the house where I reside, like I said, in the community.
Thank you. Are there any questions?
Yeah, thank you. So your applicant is located at 942 Chicopee Street, but you have 45 Whitman Street.
922 Chicopee Street where the store is gonna be, and I own the house at 45 Whitman Street.
Which is right behind it. Is
Yes,
that the house?
almost,
right?
well, a couple blocks away.
Okay, yeah, I know the street very well. So your store is gonna be there. You have a lease to lease that front store,
Yes,
is what you're saying. And then nothing's gonna happen at the 45 Whitman Street.
no, sir. No,
Okay, it's
sir.
all gonna be
Yes,
on the main drive. Okay,
yes, sir.
all right, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Very welcome. Are there any other questions before we stop? Council.
Through the chair to Councilor Bellicer, is this in the same property as the previous one? Because
No, this is down at the Y.
I'm sorry. Okay. Thank
Number
you.
5.
That's why,
That's fine.
That's
I believe it's the old bank.
Check my glasses apparently.
Are there any other comments from anybody here present this evening? Any other comments from Zoom? Ma'am, when would you like to operate?
When?
Yes, the hours.
Yes, at the hours, okay. Sunday and Monday will be closed except on holidays. Holidays I like to open from 12 to 5 p.m.
On Sundays are always gonna be.
Sundays and Mondays are gonna be closed, except for holidays.
Okay, so with the exception of a Monday holiday.
Right, Monday holiday or Sunday,
Typically-
Sunday to Monday holiday, a holiday weekend.
Okay.
We like to open the whole
Oh,
holiday
okay, all
weekend,
right.
okay? So on holiday weekends, that Sunday and Monday will be 12 to 5. And the rest of the week will be Tuesday to Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
I'm a slow writer, so.
Yes,
you're gonna have
okay.
to let me catch up with it. Day through Saturday during normal,
10,
non-holiday when
right,
10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Right, so Sunday, Monday close it with the exception of holiday weekends and the hours of operation on a holiday weekend would be.
12 to 5.
Okay. And then are you gonna be able to get any clerical work done or anything that you need to get done? During your regular business hours if it got really busy, or do you need to set aside maybe an hour or two? We just try to,
We are looking for volunteers to operate this. There will be volunteers operating.
okay,
with
but
us.
what I'm saying is that if somebody drives by and it's 6:30 and they see all the lights on, there's people milling around, they're gonna question if you're operating outside of your license.
I understand.
So if you plan to on Saturday mornings, get there at 8 to catch up on some paperwork.
Yes, I do.
We could put that in the license so that if somebody drove by and they knew you weren't supposed to open at 10, they could say, oh, well, she's got 2 hours set aside to do all her paperwork. She's catching up on Saturday mornings.
Yes, that's correct, because also, being a store and having to put in merchandise and move in merchandise, that's why we're closing on Mondays. Because Mondays will be a good day to clean, set up new merchandise, to start the week. So Mondays, basically, we will have 4 or 5 hours of work inside the store
Okay.
that will not be open for business.
Okay, so then I have listed Monday from X to X for clerical and inventory work.
Okay, I will say, I like to sleep a little late, 10 o'clock to 7 PM, yeah, 10 o'clock to 7 PM.
Okay, great. And then, we'll put the standard, restrictions in place, just maintain good housekeeping. Obviously, it's gonna be completely on-street parking because there's no parking lot
Correct.
associated with that location.
Correct.
So we'll have to rely on, your customers being good stewards of the neighborhood and parking appropriately. We'll tell you that that area is heavily patrolled, so you might want to remind customers to be parking, within the standards we set forth. Otherwise, they'll probably be ticketed, and I know they won't be happy, so.
We will try to post or something in
Yeah,
the
there
store
you
as
go.
well.
So
Cause I wouldn't like anybody to walk out of there with a ticket.
So then the only thing would be good housekeeping, just maintaining
Yes.
the appearance of the shop.
Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other questions from the committee?
Yes, just one question,
Sure.
because I know the store, will there be a restriction if I place a small table in front of, by the wall of the store? Is that, I know the sidewalk is
What was
quite
the
wide,
question?
it's very wide.
She put, like a folding table in front of the store.
I would check with the building. I don't think you can because of the width of we had this happen down at the other end, because of the sidewalk
It's a
for
very wide
handicap
sidewalk.
and accessibility.
Yes.
I have to check with the building department. I mean, if you had a standalone shop, I know that Sabor Latinos does some
Yeah,
stuff in the summer.
I actually know exactly what, I had a hardware store there and I wasn't allowed to put stuff in. You can only, there's like cubby holes that I could do it in, but, I would check with the building because we cannot allow, within so many feet of the sidewalk to impede it.
Okay,
So,
that would be the building department.
yeah,
I will do that. I don't
And-
want to
and
violate
my-
any.
if I can ask
Time,
another question,
ordinance.
so
President,
the front of this building is on Chicopee Street, so your deliveries will be coming down Whitman in the back of that building, correct? There's an alley. Is that how you're gonna put your stuff in there? on
There's
Whitman
an alley
Street?
that you come through the
Yeah, through
back.
the back and you drive
Yes,
in, yeah, there's a
Yes,
back door there.
because it's,
Like I said, I used to own a hardware store right there, so I know it very well.
it's right across from what used to be the flea market
Yeah,
in,
exactly.
Willimantic, yes.
And the other thing is, just a recommendation is, your employees or whatever, if they could park underneath the viaduct there is better across where the overhead is,
Yes,
where the flea market used to be.
yes.
That would keep open places for you on the street so that, cause
Are
it's
they
tight.
allowed to park right by?
Yes, you are. That's a public area.
Oh.
It's a public
excellent.
area under that viaduct.
Oh, excellent.
all
Thank
right, I'll just read into the record, the restrictions. So the hours of operation, again, are Sunday through Monday. They're typically closed with the exception of holiday weekends in which they'll operate 12 PM to 5 PM. Tuesday through Saturday, typical hours are 10 AM to 6 PM. Although they're closed on Monday, they could be on site from 10 AM to 7 PM, doing clerical and inventory work. And then they must keep the storefront clean, and that would be the good housekeeping. And then could you just, when you go to pick up your license, if you haven't done so already, provide a copy of the lease for the storefront?
Yes.
Okay, great.
That's all.
Great. I will take a motion.
Motion to approve with restrictions.
Motion made second to approve with restrictions. Agnes, please call the roll.
Brooks,
Yes.
Crumpets,
Yes.
Piniac Costello.
Yes.
Dobus.
Yes.
Valakir.
Yes.
5 yes, and this will be the recommendation to the full board to grant the license.
Thank you.
Thank you so
When
much.
can I pick it up?
It'll be a week from this Friday.
Excellent. Thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Great, thank you.
You too.
All right, I'll take a motion to return to item number 1 on the agenda.
Motion to return to item number 1 on the agenda.
Motion made second to return to item number 1 on the agenda. Please call the roll.
Brooks,
Yes.
Crumpets.
Yes.
Piniac Costello.
Yes.
Dobus.
Yes.
Valakir.
Yes.
And the motion passes. Item number one, application for hawkers and peddler license to sell ice cream at various locations. The applicant is Mr. Alzubi, 33 Center Street, Apartment A, Windsor Locks, Connecticut. Is Mr. Alzubi here this evening?
This has been on the agenda multiple times, and I think ice cream season's rapidly coming to an end, so I'm probably gonna make a motion to approve, but then I would vote against it. Would that be the proper phrasing of it?
I said, Mr. Chairman, I suggest just to postpone to the call of the chair. That way, if the gentleman wants to come back, he can do it. If not, it just, at the end of the session, it just disappears.
Okay, because he's been,
Because if you approve it, he's not here.
all right, because he's
It's up to
been-
you.
I think this is probably the fifth or sixth.
Yeah, this
time.
is the third time, so I'm not sure why we're even doing that. We should just deny it.
Counselor Krampus makes a motion and it's voted down and automatically gets denied. He can reapply.
Okay.
I mean, I guess that was the rationale behind.
Or do you prefer that we just say motion to deny, and that would be the committee report? All right, then I will make a motion to deny
Motion made and second to deny, item number one.
with the reasoning being, this is multiple times he's been contacted and hasn't shown up, or he hasn't has he contacted our office at all?
No.
He hasn't even contacted our office, so and ice cream season is coming to an end.
Okay, motion made and second to deny. Are there any other comments?
Anyone for public input on this? Anyone on Zoom for public input? Please call the roll and call public input.
Seeing none.
Sorry, you need to call the roll.
Yeah, no, that's right. Seeing none, Agnes, please call the roll.
Call the roll for ending public input.
Brooks,
Yes.
Crumpets,
Yes,
Piniac Costello.
Yes.
Dobus.
Yes.
Valakir.
Yes.
and then I'll make the motion again to deny.
Motion made and second to deny item number one. Any comments on item number one?
I think you will have to list for reason for denial, correct?
Right, but I was gonna give you opportunity.
Okay, so,
Yeah.
no, Mr. Chairman, no, all set. Thank you. Otherwise,
Okay, I'm going to list based on what Counselor Krampus has indicated, and I think Council President Flam as well. At the minimum, there's been 3 opportunities for this applicant to come forward, potentially more. So reason for denial will be failure to appear
appear for the meetings.
on multiple occasions.
You're gonna miss this, Derek. It's kind of excitement. When you get an ice cream, you could be thinking about this. I remember that order.
All right, so I have reason for denial, failure to appear on multiple occasions dating back to the initial hearing date of March 27, 2023. So I will entertain a motion. We have the motion to deny, so a favorable vote will be upholding the motion to deny, and then this will go to the full board tomorrow.
So you understand that if you deny it tonight, he can't come back for a year.
Yes.
Okay.
It's already October, he hasn't been here for.
No, a year from this decision.
Yep.
So I agree with you, but I'm just letting you know,
Oh, so he can't apply next season. then?
no. 1 year. So,
I'm willing to bet he doesn't even have this business. I mean, he had opportunities on
Yeah, I-
321,
I'm-
516, and 9-5. Now, this is the 4th
I'm not,
public hearing he's not come to.
I'm agreeing with you. I'm just telling you to
Yeah.
make sure you knew
No, I
that.
know. But I think that we need
Yeah.
to send the message that these are not just gonna hang out in
Absolutely.
perpetuity over the course of the better part of, well, not the better part. Talking about 7 months now. We're on a.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you. I'm not,
And 7 months later, this guy can't find his way to.
Yeah,
The
he
city
said
hall.
ample, he
Right.
said ample opportunities. So,
All right, so Agnes, please call the roll.
Brooks,
Yes.
Crumpets,
Yes,
Piniac Costello.
Yes.
Dobus.
Yes.
Valakir.
yes,
And the motion is 5 yes and none opposed to deny. All right, item number 7, minutes. Is there anybody on Zoom for public input on the minutes? Anybody in the audience for public input on the minutes?
Motion to close public input.
Motion made and seconded to close public input on item number 7. Agnes, please call the roll.
Brooks,
Yes.
Crumpets,
Yes.
Piniac Costello, Dobus.
Yes.
Valakir.
Yes.
5 yes, and the motion passes. Now I'll entertain a.
Motion to approve the minutes.
Motion made and seconded to approve the minutes of September 5th, 2023. Agnes, please call the roll.
Brooks,
Yes.
Crumpets,
Yes.
Piniac Costello, Dobus.
Yes.
Valakir.
Yes.
And the motion passes 5 in favor and none opposed. Item number 8, adjournment. Is there anybody here for public input for adjournment? I'm kidding.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion made, second to adjourn. Agnes, please call the roll.
Brooks,
Yes.
Crumpets,
Yes.
Piniac Costello, Dobus.
Yes.
Valakir.
Yes.
5 yes, and we are adjourned, gentlemen.